new to this channel, this is Dash from Bloom Where You're Planted, and I raise chickens. I have bees back there, you can see, and some top bar hives in other yards. We also raise backyard rabbits. Are you waiting for your greens this morning? Okay, they'll be coming up. Since I have so much shade in my backyard, which is great for the animals, I turned my front yard into a garden, a veggie garden, where I raise a lot of my food. I'm in Dallas, Texas, so it is a pretty challenging climate to grow food here. So yeah, follow along, and so you can find out how to grow your own food, even in a challenging climate like this. I want to show you, there is one little broody hen left in here. Because her breed is a salmon Faverol. And oh my goodness, you guys have a lot to say. I tried to put her in with the other broody girls, and they really pick on her because she's just different. There's always that type of chicken, isn't there? She's really sweet. I call her Dorpy, and it kind of says it all. That sweet name. She just marches to the beat of her own drum, I guess you could say. So she's gonna get to be broody as long as she wants, probably. Or maybe I'll put her in broody jail by herself for a little bit. But yeah, when I looked up her breed, it said doesn't do well in mixed flocks. Like, they'll get picked on. She's so sweet. So yeah, it's funny how the different breeds have different personalities. Some are so gentle and quiet, and others are flighty and will fly up on your fence and your roof. And then there are others that are just divas that lay a green egg and they're like, yeah, just make way for me. So yeah, chickens are fun. Here, girls, there's some greens. Now, while this is great for my chickens and my rabbits, these cool season crops are gonna fade out really quickly, and so we need to get some warm season crops started for everyone. All right, you guys, it's time for those warm season greens to plant them in the garden. You might be saying to yourself, warm season greens, what? I didn't know greens grew in Texas in the warm season. Yes, they do, come and see. The first warm season plant I want to show you is longevity spinach. I have some here in my aquaponics system, and then more in my garden. I put it under the tunnel trellis so it would get a bit of shade. I'm gonna stand under the tunnel trellis too so I can get a bit of shade. Okay, longevity spinach is started with a plant. I bought mine from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. Not the seeds, but the plant, because it's neat to start it with a plant. It's hard to germinate by seed. So yeah, search for that. I'm not sure if they still carry it. I'm gonna check for you guys. But longevity spinach is really tasty. Let's do a taste test. The leaves have a little bit of a texture, a little bit of a spiky texture. I mean, they're not smooth, but it's not, it doesn't bother me. And the leaves have a nutty, I don't know, green, you know, green matter flavor. A really mild, really good. So that's one warm season green you can have for your family and your chickens. And rabbits. Now at the end of the season, before winter hits, you do need to take a bit of it inside in a pot, and then it'll grow inside like a house plant, and then you can separate it out into the garden again in spring and have a whole warm season crop of it. So yeah, get that one for sure, it's a good one. The next warm season crop, or I should say ground cover in this case, is purslane. It's super, super good for you. It's a great green, and once you get it started in your garden, it just reseeds and comes back every year as a great ground cover because the soil does not like to be bare. A ground cover you can eat and your animals can eat. Let's do another taste test on this one. Okay, it's kind of really crunchy. It's got a good crunch. It's a little bit, I'm not gonna say slimy, that's not the word. It's because it's not bad, but it's just a little bit mucusy, I don't know, kind of like a succulent, you know, you can tell. And then it's got a little bit of a tart taste to it. It's very good. Again, a little nutty flavor. Really good. Yeah. And you can put it in smoothies. Not all these things have to be a mixed salad. You can also put them in smoothies and get that great nutritional benefit. Purslane, you guys. The way I first got mine started was from Baker's Creek Heirloom Seeds. They have a great variety, and I am going to just plant it now in this bed just so that I'll start it here and it will forever come back on the warm season. I'm just going to mess up the soil a little bit and then just scatter it. Well, water it in, of course. Another great warm season green is Swiss chard. Give it a little bit of shade. I'm getting lots of fun shade from my sunflowers, if you can see them. Sun's kind of bad in that light, but they're so high. Thank you, sunflower wall. Thank you for the shade. But this beautiful Swiss chard gives a little pop of color in the garden, and let's see how it tastes. Now, I wouldn't necessarily eat Swiss chard plain. Yeah, it's not that good. I would saute it. My chickens, however, love it. I mean, my rabbits love it. So, but yeah, it's got kind of a sour taste, just plain. But when you saute it with a little bit of onion, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, whatever dish you're going to combine it with or have with on the side, it's excellent. Another warm season green that's really good, believe it or not, is the sweet potato. It's also a good indicator when your soil is dry because it'll kind of wilt down and you're like, oh yeah, time to water the garden when you walk past it. And I walk past it a lot because it is, I can show you guys, it is in my sweet potato pit in my front yard. I'll do a taste test, but again, it's not, sweet potato greens is not one that I would do just plain in a mixed salad. I would saute it with a little bit of coconut milk, and it's wonderful. So again, got a little bit of hair on it. It's got a really mild, nutty flavor. So you could do it plain, but I would saute it. Coconut milk, you guys, so good. Now I can't leave the garden without including basil. This is Thai basil, which does really well. But there are all types of basils you can do for pestos and just mixing in things. Mixing in even a tossed salad for a little bit of flavor. Tastes a bit like licorice. It's good. It would make a good little accent flavor to a salad or a sauteed dish. Got a beautiful garden spider, or they call it a zipper spider too. Now these tomatoes are actually getting enough shade from my sunflower wall that they're looking pretty good and might make it for another harvest in the fall when the weather cools down. We'll see. But these peppers, while they're blooming, they're doing pretty good. They're not loving the shade, I don't think. That's why we have garden journals, so we can make a note of this. I can make a note of this and say, all right, peppers maybe somewhere else where they get a little bit more sun. Maybe next time, tomatoes on this side and peppers on this side, so they'll get more sun from the western exposure. Yeah, live and learn. In addition to what's already growing in my garden, I'm doing these cool season greens in my seed tray. Amaranth, some different red and pink varieties and multicolored. Great for us and our chickens. Egyptian spinach. I shouldn't even try to pronounce that. Molukaya. And I'm just doing some watercress in the aquaponics system. I think it might be fun, might not work out, we'll see. And then, although I've already got some purslane in my garden, I wanted to show you guys, this is kind of what I bought from Baker's Creek, and I just scattered it in one of my beds, and it's come back by seed every year. But I'm going to do a little bit here to put in another bed. And then I'm always trying to grow moringa trees and have them survive the winter here in Dallas, Texas. I have not yet been successful, so I'm still trying. I'm a very determined individual. All right, let's get planting. Start my warm season greens. I'm using this really cool tray from Bootstrap Farmer, and it's called air pruning. There's little spaces in between each one. Look it up, air pruning. Really helps the roots grow better. I'm just gonna dump this out. All right, now I'm ready to plant. It's definitely worth the extra cost. They're really hardy, the trays are really hardy, and it really works to help the roots grow better and stronger and more root growth. The other things you can do in your garden right now is eggplants. I don't particularly love eggplant, so again, I'm putting down more water for something I don't really love to eat. So yeah, each to his own. Eggplant parmesan, yum. I know people that make a mean eggplant parmesan, so something to be said for eggplant, but not my thing. And then okra, you can grow that. It's a big bushy plant, but you know what? I live near a community garden, and I can just offer to water someone's bed for a weekend while they go out of town and get as much okra as I want for the summer for my family, because people get tired of picking it. It's a constant battle to pick it. So yeah, I can get as much of that as I want from other gardeners. I can trade eggs for that. So yeah, I don't really need that taking up space in my garden. And one thing I've really given up growing in my garden here in Dallas, Texas is squash. All kinds of squash. Unfortunately, summer, winter squash, even the cucumbers, unfortunately. That squash vine board just attacks them. And I've tried doing different varieties, and they do a bit better, the harder stem varieties, but it's not worth the battle. I don't want to battle. I just want to grow food easily. Yeah. So these warm season greens to me is a good staple to give energy and vitality to my family and cook with them and have fun with them, and they're so easy to grow during the hot summer months when nothing else is doing that great here in Dallas, Texas. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Get some greens growing. Bye, you guys. Oh, before I leave you guys, it is time mid-July to start planning for that fall garden. So that kale, broccolis, cauliflowers, well, I didn't do Brussels sprouts here in Dallas, Texas, but wonderful, beautiful, cool season crops starting indoors in your seed system if you have one. So yeah, don't forget that. Probably be in the next video for sure. All right, you guys, greens in the summer, yum. We have been working so hard this week on this north side garden fence, tearing it down and replacing it with a brand new one. I am so proud of us. We've almost got the fence built. Thank you guys for helping. Homestead victory. Now we have one little bit left. This needs a custom measurement, so I saved that one till the very last. So I'm gonna measure that, cut it. No, no. I'm gonna measure it, cut it, and I have to paint it and everything. And this is the gate. I have this wrought iron. It was the bed frame to go right here. So I'm not leaving that open. Okay, look at that. We need one more post.
We need to short that one.
But look how straight that is, you guys. That looks amazing. And I left these up so that I can grow blackberries on them. I'm gonna attach these with a wire going along here, 2 wires, one here and one here. And we're gonna plant blackberries on this side and kind of twine them up on the wires, like we did right here in the blackberry corner. See how we have wires here and the blackberries are twined around them. Very nice. So excited. See how it looks from this side. Amazing. So we are feeling hot and exhausted but victorious. I have to go get one more 5-foot post from the store and make that little custom panel at the end, and then I'm finished. Whew, homestead victory. This was the most challenging part, fence side of the garden, because it comes up here and then it really dips down low there. So you guys, you know me, I had struggled with making things level. My life is not level, it's a roller coaster. So I'm really proud of us. I never could have made it without my night and head buff and hiking boots. Or my prophet, Elijah. Yay! Bye, you guys. I hope you are having homestead victories and getting projects that you were putting off checked off your list. As the hot weather slams in Dallas, Texas, mulch cannot be overrated. Get mulch on all your plants. Mulch can be a lot of different things. I got this from my chicken coop from their deep litter winter bedding. Mulch, mulch, mulch. Water and mulch. What's your favorite mulch? Leave it in the comments.